Okay, so the left-hand one was your before. As I said, we couldn't really see your left shoulder there at all, okay? So your shoulders were aiming to the left of target. As a result of that, when you went back now, you weren't really moving your lower half. That's more, your right arm's more just going and doing this, not really turning your torso. So at top of the backswing now, the club's pointing way over here now, and when the club points over here, it's going to come down in more on that direction. If the club points more over that way, the club will come more in that direction. That's what we're trying to do long term. So the club, as we'll see in a second, this right-hand one is going to be coming more in line with that white stick, yeah?
Okay.
Give you a more efficient, powerful hit. If we look at the contact, when you come back in here now, club's going out to the line, that club face, so this position is open, yeah, and the club now almost disappears out the screen there.
Yeah.
And comes across the golf ball with a big sort of open club face, big old loopy one there. So the practice routine now, we're going to come into the golf ball. We're going to walk into the golf ball from the sort of stick here, both feet either to the stick.
Yeah.
And that ball's going to go back a little bit, yeah? So maybe just inside your left heel rather than on your left heel, on your left toes you were there, okay?
Yeah.
You can see now your shoulders now are square to target, okay? As your right hand here, your palm now is facing up the sky. So you're setting yourself up more in this position, which is going to help deliver that golf club back to the golf ball, pointing ultimately towards target when you hit it, not pointing over to the right, which is why your path and all the things change, okay? You can see your left arm, see your watch, you can see your elbow, so your setup there now is good as you're sort of setting up there, okay? Now, you were sort of set there, talking about your swing path, getting the club to work, so your right hip now, so your right arm now is a lot sort of straighter because you're turning your torso, yeah? And the body and the arms are working together. You watch the difference in your right elbow on this takeaway here now.
Yeah.
So your elbow just sort of pulling back. It's almost like you're just pulling this club backwards as opposed to using your body. But like I said, from this setup on the left, you couldn't do it because your body was in such a way that you had to kind of move the arms initially, okay? So
my
this
arms
is
are straight here.
Yeah, well, all you're doing now is just taking your arms from here to, if you're not moving your arms and you're just using your torso, the arms are going to stay the same, yeah?
So
if you move the arms, this arm has to start bending. Now, again, it will bend, obviously, but we don't have to try and initiate it too much. So the club, you can see now, is working more from the inside, following that white. So if you come back to the golf ball here now, the club's travelling at the golf ball more from that direction, okay?
Okay.
Then when I sort of stepped away, see how your shoulders sort of went back there a bit, so we have to readjust them, get those shoulders around, handle the clubs better.
Could still be further back, couldn't it?
A smidgen, yeah, for being critical, but it's a better position there now. So up the top of the batch, and the club now, which is more online. We're coming back in the golf ball. The club now is certainly visible. That's the important. I mean, the club's moved from out of the screen to back into the screen where you want to hit it. So when you're at the golf ball here now, the club face was square. It therefore started a little bit left of target, which is to be expected. But we can see on this one here now, it's like just a bit left of target and just stayed. I mean, there's the edge of the green. It just stayed left of the green. But once you start seeing shots just keep staying left, you'll go, well, hang on a second. I can actually start moving my side. The thing is for you, we've always talked about this with your left hip. Your left hip wants to move towards target, okay, which will help change your path. But it has to make sense.
Yeah.
If your golf ball is curving like this, the left hip doesn't want to move that way.
No.
Because if it does, it will just start. When you move your left hip towards target, what basically happened is you change your start direction from being too far left towards target. But if you've still got that curvature, it's going to miss the fairway miles right. And you just think, well, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
So your left hip movement's always like a compensation to your club face, all right? If you get the club face better, getting that grip. So the things to think about, logo left hand, left arm, left hip, getting yourself tilted. So you just feel as though, exactly, so you just feel your left side is higher, taller, and your right palm when it comes into the gut, there you go, good. Because that's how you're going to come back to the golf ball, That's your impact position. And that's the position you produce even from your old setup. But when you change to that position from your old setup, the face now aims way to the right. And that's the problem, So we want to see golf balls today, I mean, playing this afternoon, you just said, the ball staying more left of target, probably, and just staying there.
So if it goes left today?
Not the end of the world, no.
Okay.
Okie dokie.